Let's talk about how to build an email list fast as a beginner. We've got close to 20,000 people on our email list now, so I'm someone who knows a little bit something about this. We've generated 7 figures through our email list, both in consulting and course sales. So I know how to monetize a list, I know how to build a list. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how, as a beginner, you can create your email list fast. This video is brought to you by Email 10K. Learn how to book meetings with billion-dollar brands and take your company to the next level at email10k.com. The first thing you want to do is understand your audience. And the way to do that is to start with an ideal customer profile. We've made a couple videos in the past about ICPs, which is ideal customer profiles, but I'll give you a little heads up here. I'll show you kind of what we're doing. So for this channel, we have a couple different ideal customer profiles. We have the sales manager at major corporations, and I like to think of one of my old bosses, Drew, and he's the customer I have in mind when I'm talking to that person. They're a person that has a job at an organization, they have a sales team, and they're responsible for that kind of decision making. They want their sales team to do better. And then there's another ICP, another customer that I think about, which is the entrepreneur that's just starting their business and wants to take it to the next level. Maybe they're frustrated with their lack of sales. Maybe they just want some motivation. And so those are the customers I have in mind when I write or speak my content. I'm doing this video right now towards both of those markets. So if you really want to create good content, it works so much better if you have one person that you're talking to, and I can pretend that Drew is right here. I can talk to him the way that I would talk to a sales manager, or I could pretend that the new entrepreneur is here and I could talk to him. Usually I think of my past self, but I also tend to think of the students that have joined the Email 10K course, or I've done customer interviews in the past, so I think of the customers that I was talking to on those calls. So that's number one, and actually the key thing is understanding that audience, because if you're talking to your audience, you're speaking their language, it does not matter what platform you're on, it really doesn't matter the quality of your content, you will get a following if you're speaking to a specific group of people. So get that down, and then the rest of it is easy. The next thing you want to do is set up a website where you can actually collect the emails. We use 2 different sites for this. For our free downloads, we use Lead Pages, and for our course for Email 10K, we use ClickFunnels. You can check out the whole funnel at email10k.com, how we're using ClickFunnels, and it's working very, very well for us. We use Lead Pages because we used it before we had ClickFunnels, and we just don't want to switch it over. So we're just paying for Lead Pages too. But that's a cheap one. It's very easy to set up any sort of lead magnet. What I found when it comes to your dedicated lead magnet website, I would actually, if you wanted to look at any of our free lead magnets, you'll see that we just like a headline, maybe an image, maybe not, and then the email. Nothing crazy, no long landing pages, just literally, here's a headline, put in your email, you're good to go. That's for the free downloads. So that's the page. Then what you wanna do is get an email marketing software. We use Aweber, but other ones that are good are ActiveCampaign. We used to use MailChimp before we switched to Aweber. I like Aweber better because its pricing makes a little bit more sense as you get a larger list. MailChimp's better for people that have a smaller list. They even have a free plan, which is great. So that's that. You have your email marketing software, you have your website with your lead magnet set up, and you have your ideal client. You know who you're talking to. Now you want to create your no-brainer offer. Create something that's so valuable that people will want to put their email address in. For us, our number one no-brainer offer is the cold email checklist, where we go through step-by-step how to optimize your cold email campaigns to get more clients. You can get that below to kind of see what that looks like, but it doesn't need to be anything fancy. If you go into our checklist, it is well designed, but it started as just a Google Doc. A lot of our lead magnets still are just links to Google Docs that you can go in. As long as the value's there, people will sign up. It doesn't matter if it's not the best designed thing in the world, people will still sign up and engage and buy from you if your content is killer. So now you have everything set up. You got your lead magnet, you have your landing pages. Now you need traffic to this list. What's worked time and time again for me is content marketing. My bread and butter is YouTube. I love doing this kind of content on YouTube. You create your tutorials, or if you're not in the business space, my little brother's selling rap beats using the same kind of process. He's creating his instrumental beats. People are signing up for their 5 free rap beats, and that works well. For me, they're watching these tutorials on how to sell, and they're signing up for the cold email checklist, and that goes into our funnel. That's enough to build our email list.
You can also use paid ads directly, but for new business owners, I do not recommend paid ads because it's gonna take you $10,000 to $20,000 to really see results, and I do not recommend anyone spend $20,000 on their first business. Don't do it. Start for free wherever possible. You could also send cold emails to build your email list, but I would recommend sending cold emails to get clients directly following our email 10K process. I wouldn't send emails to somebody, a cold email, to try to get them to sign up to your email list. It's a waste of an email because you can email them and get them to pay you $3,000 or $4,000. So there's no point in getting them to sign up for a free download via email. You already have their email. So you either do paid ads, and you can get emails for 75 cents to $1 each if you're even reasonable at paid ads, or content marketing like we do on YouTube. And those are long-term strategies. So building an email list isn't a business 101 strategy. I would say first things first, get some clients. Cold email's the fastest way to do that. Then you can do some longer term strategies like content marketing and SEO. I know when we first started, we got our first clients via cold email. Then we started making YouTube videos. Then we would cold email the YouTube videos. Then we just dropped that and started just doing cold email again, all the while making these YouTube videos. So by the time we were 6-7 months in and our YouTube content was generating clients on its own, we already had a working business model. And that's the way that I recommend doing all this. Don't just jump in and try to build this passive email list off the bat. You're gonna waste a lot of time, a lot of money. First, sell some clients using cold email, then use the proceeds from that to build some consistency into your email list building and maybe invest in some ads. Also, make sure to have an autoresponder, which is a series of emails that you send everybody as they sign up. What's interesting and what a lot of people, what doesn't connect right away is just because you wrote an email 3 years ago, if somebody signed up today and they get the email that you wrote 3 years ago, they have no idea that you wrote it 3 years ago. You know, but they don't know. They think you wrote it today. So what you can do is create daily emails, email after email after email after email that you might have written 2-3 years ago, but they are getting them fresh. And every time you write a new email, instead of sending it to the entire list, add it to the autoresponder, and that way people will keep getting a sequence that allows them to buy from you in the most effective way. That's how you get predictability from your email list as well. And you can kind of get out of this boom and bust cycle that a lot of entrepreneurs with email lists get into, where you're trying to sell your course and you have to do it via launches, and it's just super annoying. I would rather have predictability in my business, and that's why we love autoresponders. So anyway, if you want to check out our autoresponder, just sign up for our email list below. You can see everything, free downloads, all that. If you want to see our webinar funnel, check out email10k.com. Just sign up over there. You can watch our free presentation, buy our course if you want to grow your business via cold email.
This video is brought to you by Email 10K. So you don't have a business idea, huh? Do you want to know what the best business to start is, regardless of market conditions? Check out the free presentation at email10k.com. We have over 200 students that are crushing it using this business strategy, even during this time. So check that out, email10k.com.
Smash that like button to encourage this type of content. Let me know down in the comments, did you find this valuable? What else do you want to know about building an email list, if anything? Let me know, let's get a conversation going. Subscribe for more content like this. We have hundreds of videos in the past all about how to grow your business, how to live your best life, be your best self, and start in entrepreneurship. So check all that out. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.